All right, this is part two. Just went outside to have a smoke, obviously. So yeah, that's how it's gonna work with the actors when they do the attitudes for all my movies. I'll just have my team, my two secretaries buy the clothes, store it in the jet, and then I'll hire an assistant, pay him or her a nice like $5,000. That's a good paycheck to deliver the clothes to another country. That's a nice paycheck. Yeah, I'll pay you 5 grand. You'll be flown on the jet. The jet will fly to Los Angeles. You have to go to their houses and deliver the clothes to the to what? Deliver the clothes to the to all the actors' homes. So what I'll do is whenever the assistant arrives to Los Angeles, I'll have a cab driver pick him or her up, and I'll have them deliver the clothes. So you can easily deliver all the clothes in one day, right? Okay, I'll have a cab waiting for you, and I'll pay for your cab. I'll have a cab waiting for you. I'll pay for your cab. Give the assistant, I don't know, I'll have a cab waiting for you, and the cab driver will take you to all the actors' houses in Los Angeles, and you deliver the clothes to their houses, as well as the ones who live in London. I believe John Boyega and Idris Elba and Andy Serkis live in London, I believe. So you have to deliver their clothes to the actors in London. Whereas Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson, I'm not paying for their clothes. They have to buy their own clothes because I pay them. I pay you your Temo bonus. You're buying your own clothes. I'm not paying for you. So when Peter Jackson's working, when we start working on the movie the first year, hey, look, Peter, you can either bring your nice clothes from your house, or you can go to a nice store in Vancouver and buy yourself your nice clothes, your nice suits, your nice pair of suit, your nice casual clothes. He'll be doing what? Peter Jackson will be doing 5 shoots the first year. So every time we do these shoots, I want you wearing different clothing. You can either go to the store and get your nice clothes, or you can bring your nice clothes from your house. As Peter Jackson obviously has nice clothes because the guy's rich. Or Mel Gibson. They have to bring their own clothes. I'm not paying for the clothes, man. I paid you guys your 10 mil bonus. Whereas the actors didn't get. I'm not paying the actors a bonus, obviously. Whereas you guys got your nice 10 mil bonus. You can easily afford to use some of that money to buy your clothes. Peter Jackson can easily get his $2,000 nice suit for the first shoot. And he can easily get his nice casual clothes for the shoots. You see what I'm saying? I'm not paying for his clothes, man. The 7 team, I'm not paying for their clothes either. Because I'm paying them. I paid them their yearly salary. Look, you guys are getting your yearly salary, your nice check every 2 weeks. You can easily afford to get nice clothes for yourself for the shoots. Get a nice $2,000 suit, $1,500 suit. You see what I'm saying? For the shoot. Whereas the actors are my stars, and I'm not paying them for 2 years. Well, I'm paying them like $40,000 for the 2 years, but I'm not paying them the kind of money that the 7 team and Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson are making. I'm saying for those 2 years. Hence why I'm sponsoring them with their clothes. Plus, they're my stars. Because they're stars, you spoil them more. You pay for their suits and their casual clothing for the shoots. And if you do that, they'll appreciate you more. Thank you, Ivan. Yeah, you sponsor them with nice like shoes, nice jean pants, nice shirts. You know what I'm saying? Nice beachwear, top high end beachwear, nice suits, nice casual $2,000 suits. They're gonna appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And for this, you're looking at like a 2 hour shoot, man, not a professional shoot. I mean, how long will it take you to do the shoot? I don't know, a good like 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours to do the shoot. I'm gonna tell the photographers, look, I don't want some cheap shoot. I want a professional shoot. I want a group picture. Then you have like individual. You have smaller group pictures. So you have one big group picture with when it's me, VJ, and like all 15 actors featured, all 12 to 15 actors featured, and you have other like individual pictures with like 4 people. Okay, I want you taking one big group picture and a couple individual pictures with like three actors, 4 actors at a time. I know they'll be featured around the website and on the billboards in front of my building. That way my company looks top notch. I know what I'm doing. That way everyone knows Ivan signed these stars for Zanus. Yeah, and the actors all get featured. Look at something top notch. All get featured on this nice like professional ad shoot. Yeah, top high-end Achu. Yeah, man. Yeah, look at him top notch. So I'm willing to pay John Boyega his $8.9 million for the role of Tacitonius, and I'll give him a $60,000 worth of commercial money, which is nice. And I'll give him his two $50,000 royalty check for the poster sales for the merch, which is a good deal. And he gets his perks: $3,500 gas card, $2,000 gift card. You know what I'm saying? He's staying at a luxury hotel the third year for the training, the tactical training, and horse training, obviously. And his feeding is paid for the third year. At the same time, he's going to be a part of all my parties on my yacht. After the ad choose my condo, my jet, the lounge. He's going to be a part of all those parties. Luxury hotel party, the red carpet. He's going to be a part of all that. The world tour, travel, living, feeding expenses paid for the world tour. Yeah, obviously. If John Boyega's agent is greedy, and his agent gets greedy and he wants like 10 million, I'm like, look, man, I'm not fucking stupid. John Boyega is not an ace actor. He is a rising star. I'm not gonna pay him $10 million. That's crazy. I gotta watch it for my budget. $8.9 million is good enough. $9 million is good enough for John Boyega. If he wants more money, I'm not paying him more money. That's good enough, John. If you don't like my offer, you're more than welcome to work in Hollywood and make your $700,000 for your movies. If you don't like my offer. Avan Joji, I'm willing to pay him $4 million for the role of Papari. He gets his $60,000 worth of commercial money, and he gets his two $50,000 royalty check for the merch. So that's a good deal. And he gets his perks too that I just mentioned earlier. If his agent's greedy, guaranteed Avan Joji's agent might get cocky. Oh my God, Ivan offered Avan $4 million. Let's try him on. Let's try and push for 4.5, 4.9. Finally, I'm like, no, I'm not paying him that. $4 million is good enough. He's walking away with $2.1 million in his bank after taxes and the agent. It's a lot of money. If Avan Joji doesn't like my deal, he's more than welcome to work in Hollywood. Ivan, it's a deal. It's a deal, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll be shocked. Holy shit, Ivan offered me more money than how much Hollywood would never pay me. Yeah, Hollywood would never pay Avan Joji $4 million. No, man. They're probably going to pay him $500,000 for a movie. Because Avan Joji is the biggest actor. He's not an A-list actor. You see what I'm saying, huh? I'm willing to pay Andy Serkis $7.8 million. Just pay him a bit more because he's pretty big. Pay him $7.8 million for the role of Job. That's a good paycheck for him. He wants like 10 million. I'm like Andy Serkis. Job is not as major as some of these other actors. I'm not gonna pay you $10 million for the role of Job. Yeah, you're an ace actor, but I'm not gonna pay you $10 million. 7.8. You're pretty major, hence why I'll pay you a bit less. Because you're an ace actor, I'm still gonna pay you a rich salary. I'll pay you $7.8 million. Pay Andy Serkis a nice $7.8 million now. He works hard for you. It's a nice paycheck. He's walking away with a couple million in his bank. It's a nice paycheck for Andy Serkis. If he wants more money, I'm like, Andy, this is good enough for the role of Job. You read my book. Job is not as major as guys like Tassitonis and Cassius and all that. I'm not going to pay you like $10 million. No, $7.8 million is good enough for you. As you're not going to make this in Hollywood on average. You're probably going to make your $3 million per movie on average, Andy Serkis. As you only made a $1 million for Lord of the Rings. And I'm paying you $7.8 million. It's a good paycheck. It's a deal, Ivan, yes. Andy Serkis also gets his $6,000 worth of commercial money. He gets his $2,000 royalty check for the merch. That's a good deal for him. He gets the perks. One of the pay Ariana Grande $5 million. If her agent wants more money, she's a big singer, Ivan. Yeah, she's a big singer, but she's not that big of an actor. And Belle is not as major as Tacitonians and all. I'm not gonna pay her like $10 million. No, $5 million is a good deal for Ariana Grande. And she's not gonna make that in Hollywood. In Hollywood, if she does a movie, she'll probably make like $1 million. So Hollywood's cheap compared to my company. You see what I'm saying? Don Cheadle, I'll pay him a rich $10 million for the role of Maramis. Maramis is not as major as Cassius as Tony and all them, but Don Cheadle's big. He's bigger than even Idris Elba, Andy Serkis, and all them. That's why I'll pay him a nice $10 million. But because Maramis is pretty major, I'm not going to pay him more than 10. 10's good enough for him. He wants like 11, 12. I'm like, look, Don Cheadle, I'm not going to pay. Well, you're paying Idris Elba more than me. I'm like, yeah, but Idris Elba is perfect for the role, and Taki's the first is the key to the whole plot. That's why I'm paying him the most. You have to pay actors based on how much they're worth. Obviously, how big they are as an actor. At the same time, how much do they contribute to the role? Maramis does not contribute as much to the role compared to Cassius and all them. That's why I'm paying Digimon Hansu more than Don Cheadle. You see what I'm saying? But because Don Cheadle is a small ace actor, he's pretty big. He's worth $40 million. Pay him a nice $10 million for the role, which is a good paycheck for him. And he gets his $60,000 worth of commercial money, and he gets his what? He gets his $250K royalty check for the merch. That's a good deal for Don Cheadle, obviously. The actor for Queen Sarah, I'll pay her like $8.5 million. Because Queen Sarah is pretty major. She's a major character, but she's not as major as Hacetonius and all them. Hence why Queen Sarah pay her $8.5 million. That's a good paycheck for her. As in Hollywood, for Black Panther, she probably only made like $1 million, $800,000 for Black Panther. And I'm paying her $8.5 million. That's a good paycheck for that actor. Pay her $8.5 million. The actor for Queen Sarah. I'm gonna do some research and find out what her name is. I don't know her name. Pay her a nice like $8.5 million. You give her $60,000 worth of commercial money, and you give her $2,000 for the royalty check. You see what I'm saying here? Danielle Minette, I'll pay her $3 million. That's good for her. She's walking away with, I don't know, $1.2 million after taxes in her bank. That's a good paycheck for Danielle Minette. And she'll never make that in Hollywood. See what I'm saying her? Pay her a nice $3 million for the role. She's walking with a nice like $1.3 million check in her bank, $1.4 million check in her bank, $1.2 million check in her bank. It's a nice paycheck for Danielle Minette, obviously. And then the actor for Cornelius and Eli, I'll have them be B-list and serious. I'll have those guys all be B-list actors. Just pay those guys all a standard $3 million for the role. That's a good paycheck for Sirius, Eli, and Cornelius, for all those actors. Pay them a nice $3 million. That way they work hard for you. And they all got a nice check in the bank. And if you pay them that kind of money, they'll work hard for you because they can do a lot of good things with that money. Buy their nice cars and buy their nice apartment, rent a nice apartment, buy a nice house. You see what I'm saying? You pay them that money, they're going to work hard for you. You see what I'm saying? And Idris Elba, I'll pay him $12.5 million for the role of Tactius the First, King Tactius the First. Pay him the most because he's the key to the plot. Pay him $12.5 million for the role. And you give him his $60,000 worth of commercial money, and you give him his $2,000 for the road check. Because Tactius the First will be featured on the posters, because the story starts off with him. Obviously, even though he's a minor character compared to the other actors, he's a key to the whole plot. The story starts off with him. A good 50 minutes of the story is about his life, and then you have Tactius, his son Tactius' life, obviously, and you don't see him until the end of Volume 3. But he's the key to the whole plot, hence why you pay him the most money, that way you get unheard of acting from him, and he kills the role. He destroys the role of Tactius the First, my father. And pay him a nice $12.5 million for the role, Idris Elba. You give him $6,000 worth of commercial money, and you give him a $250,000 royalty check for the release. And they all get the perks. Holy shit, Ivan, that's a lot of money. Yeah, and you pay these guys a lot of money, they'll work hard for you. And Digimon Hansu, I'll pay him $10.9 million for the role of Cassius, who will be playing the role of my cousin, my uncle, my cousin. Cassius is my cousin. You see what I'm saying? So he'll be playing the role of me and John Boyega's cousin. The three of us are gonna be cousins in the movie. We're gonna be close. You're gonna see me, Tacitone. You're gonna see me, John Boyega, Digimon Hansu. We're close in the movie. We're cousins. We're cousins in the movie. Yeah. We're cousins in the movie. We're close and all that stuff. So I'll pay him $10.9 million for the role of Cassius, and I'll pay him his $60,000 worth of commercial money, and I'll pay him his $50,000 royalty check. Digimon Hansu, which is a good deal. As in Hollywood, actors don't get a dime for merch. There may be exceptions where some of the bigger acers may get a piece of the profits of the merch, but that's rare. In Hollywood, the actors get their flat salary, and that's it. They don't get a piece of the money for the merch, man. Because I'm willing to give these actors a piece of the money for the merch. A nice $250,000 royalty check. That's more than how much Daisy Ridley made for Star Wars Force Awakens. She only made $150,000 for Star Wars Force Awakens, and I'm paying the actors a $250,000 royalty check for the release. That's nice. It's like $100,000 in your bank after taxes and the rates. That's a nice paycheck, man. You know, I mean, that's a nice paycheck. Yes, it's a nice paycheck. You see what I'm saying? It's a really, really nice paycheck. That kind of money. You see what I'm saying? Real Ivan? Yes, it's a really, really nice paycheck. It's a really, really nice paycheck. See what I'm saying? You It's a really, really nice paycheck. Yeah, it's a really, really nice paycheck. Yeah. So that's how much money I'm willing to pay all the actors for Zanus, all the major characters. And the actor for Eratet, I'll pay him. Depends how big he is. If he's an A-list actor, I'll pay him like that $5 to $6 million. The actor for Eratet. The actor for Fool, I'll pay the actor like 900,000, 950,000, a million, million five. Just depends how big the actor is. The actor is an A-list actor. I'll pay that actor like a million five for the role for Fool. 2 million for the role for Fool. You can pay the actor. If it's a biggest actor, pay him like $1 million, $900,000 for the role for Fool. Because even though for Fool is a major villain, because they're voice actors, they're not worth as much money. If the actor is wearing a mask and he's a voice actor, they're not worth as much money as the other actors. But if they're big ace actors, still pay them a rich salary. There's exceptions, you know what I'm saying? The actor for Fool, I'll probably pay like $1.5 million for the role. That's good enough for the role for Fool. The actor for Eratet, I'll pay him that like 2 to like 6 million range, depending on who the actor is. If the actor is a BS actor, I'll pay him like 2 million for the role of Eratet. If he's a AS actor, pay him that like 2.5 plus million, 3 million plus $1 million, $4 million if the guy's an AS actor. You have guys like Benjamin Cumberbatch. He's good for Eratet. You also have William Dafoe. William Dafoe is also good for Eratet too. He has that Joker face, right? Remember him in Spider-Man? Out am I? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he has a good voice for Eratet. If William Dafoe and Benjamin Cumberbatch are Eratet, pay them like $6 million for the role. That's a good paycheck for them. I'm not gonna pay Benjamin Cumberbatch, even though Benjamin Cumberbatch is big. I'm not gonna pay him like $10 million for Eratet. No, he's not worth it. He's a voice actor. You won't see his face. Hence why he's not worth as much as the other actors. Because he's an AS actor, still pay him a rich salary. That way he's not angry. If he gets angry, I'm like, look, William Dafoe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're bigger than some of these actors that I'm paying more money, but what? You're a voice actor. You're wearing a mask for Eratet. I'm not going to pay you as much as them. But because you're an AS actor, I'm still going to pay you a lot of money. You have to pay the actors how much they contribute to the role. If the guy is a voice actor and he's wearing a mask, they're not worth as much money because you don't see the actor's face. Hence why, but because if they're AS actors, you still have to pay them a rich salary, but you pay them a bit less. Pay them like $6 million. I'll pay Benjamin Cumberbatch or William Dafoe $6 million for the role of Eratet, if one of those guys are chosen, or whoever I choose. Pay them a nice $6 million for the role. It's a nice paycheck because you gotta watch for your budget, man. These actors are gonna cost me like 80 million bucks, man. Something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the actor for Morale, I'll pay like $680,000, $700,000, 680,000. The actor for Morale, and the actor for Bass, Mass, and like Darius and all of them, both pay those guys like $250,000, $300,000 for the role. That's a good paycheck for them. They're more minor characters, those actors. And the actors for Ephesus, I'll pay him like $450,000. Ephesus is a minor character. He's not in that much scenes, but if you want to he's a key to the plot. If you want to get other actor than actor, pay him a nice like $450,000 for the role of Ephesus. That way you get good acting from him, from that actor for Ephesus. You see what I'm saying? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, Benjamin Cumberbatch, he could perhaps be good for Eratet. He voiced Smaug in The Hobbit. You also have William Dafoe, who voiced the Green Goblin, who was the Green Goblin in what in Spider-Man. He's good too. And have him be Eratet, William Dafoe. Pay him a nice $6 million for the role. It's a good paycheck for him. $6 million bucks. You can pay him $7 if you want, because they're big. If you want to get better actors, then pay them more money. I have enough money to pay them $7 million. I can even pay them $7 million bucks. Benjamin Cumberbatch, that I'm not going any higher than $7 million for Eratet, man. It doesn't matter who the actor is. The actors, even a small actor, I'm not going any higher than $7 million for the actor for Eratet. That's more than enough money. Pay William Dafoe and Benjamin Cumberbatch $7 million bucks for the role of Eratet. You know what? No, $7 million is too much. Pay them $6 million. You got to watch for your budget. Just pay them $6 million bucks. That's good enough. I'm not going higher than $6 million for the role of Eratet. That's good enough for the role of Eratet. You want to get unheard of voice acting from these actors, you need to what? You need to pay them a lot of money. That way they work hard for you. Pay them a nice $6 million for the role of Eratet. A nice paycheck for Benjamin Cumberbatch or William Dafoe or whoever I choose. That's a nice paycheck for them. In other words, once you guys see once all these actors in Hollywood see the documentary and they see how much I'm paying all these actors, you see the credits, 3 million, 8.9 million, 10 million, 8.5, 12.5, 10.9. You know what I'm saying? 4 million, 5 million, 3 million. The other ones and 6 million. They're like 250K for 300K for what? For minor roles. All the actors in Hollywood are going to be shocked. Holy shit. Ivan's company beats out Hollywood. Hollywood can't afford this. Hollywood can't afford to pay all the stars that are consistent millions. No, Hollywood can't afford that. How it works in Hollywood, if they have, I don't know, if they're doing a movie, chances are two A-listers will make a lot of money. One guy might make 15, 12, the other person makes 7, 8. And then they'll pay like all the other A-listers shittier money, like $2 million, $1.5 million. And everyone else gets their shitty money. They get their 250, 500K for the role, 400K for the role. Yeah, that's how it works in Hollywood. Because Hollywood does not have the kind of budgets I have. Hollywood cannot afford to pay all the stars or consistent millions. No, it would affect their budget. As the actors for Zayans are going to cost him like $80 million on the budget. Something crazy. You see what I'm saying? The voice actors for the Crows and Eagles, I'll pay those guys like $170,000, which is a nice paycheck because the Crows and Eagles don't have much scenes in the book. And I'm paying you to get a nice $170,000 check is nice. You can get a nice car with that money. And even the minor characters are going to work hard for me because they're all getting a nice check for a minor role. Getting $250K, $300K for a minor role is a nice paycheck. As I guarantee you for Lord of the Rings, actors like Erwin and Amber, they probably only got like $60,000, $80,000 for the role of Lord of the Rings because they were minor characters. Erwin was minor, Amber was minor. You know what I'm saying? They were what? They probably only got like $100K for the movie, $80K for the movie, $70K for the movie, and they worked their asses off. You got unheard of acting from them. Well, imagine me paying the minor characters $250, $300K. They're going to work harder for me. They're going to work harder because they got getting a $300,000 check for a minor role is a nice paycheck. After taxes, it's like 140 grand in your bank. You can get a nice car for yourself with that money. Yeah, with this money, I can get myself a nice Benz, a nice BMW for myself. Yeah. They're going to work a nice Porsche, a nice $80,000 Porsche they can get. Yeah. A nice $70,000 Porsche they can buy themselves. Yeah, they're going to work harder for you. You see what I'm saying? They got a nice check for a minor role. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, hence why all the Hollywood actors will be shocked when they see the documentary, the behind the scenes. They see the credits: 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, 8.9, 10.9, 10, 12.5, 8.5, 7.8. You know what I'm saying? 6 million, 250K, 300K, 6. The actor for Lithius and Baramis, I'll pay them like $680,000 for the role. That's a good paycheck for them. So because Lithius and Baramis are not as major as the other characters, they're not minor characters, but they're pretty minor. They're pretty major characters. They don't contribute as much to the role, and so I'll pay those actors a nice like $680,000. It's a nice paycheck. You have to have balance. You can't pay everyone like their millions. No, you have to have some balance. The actor for Lithius and Baramis, I'll pay them like $680,000. Nice paycheck. That's still a pretty nice paycheck. It's not a bad paycheck. It's like $300,000 after taxes. It's a pretty nice paycheck. Because those actors are not as major as the other characters. Hence why they're all the actors from the movie are all going to work hard for me because they're all getting a nice check. Much better than what those Lord of the Rings actors got. Those Lord of the Rings actors got shitty money, man. They got like $250K for the movie. And I heard they got $1 million bonuses, but even then, it's $1 million is nothing compared to what. In my opinion, after taxes they got 500 grand in the bank. It's not a bad paycheck. 500. It's not bad paycheck. It's an okay paycheck, but in my opinion, a good paycheck is like 700,000 plus. If you get 700,000 plus after taxes, that's a really nice paycheck for the actors. It's a really nice paycheck for the actors if you get 700,000 plus. You see what I'm saying? It's a really nice paycheck if you get like 700,000 plus after taxes. And all the major actors in my movie are all going to get $1 million plus in their bank. $1 million, like 2, 3 plus in their bank after taxes. The actor for Mary, Sirius, Cornelius and Eli are all going to be making like 1.2, 1.3 million after taxes in their bank. So that's a nice paycheck, man. You know what I'm saying, for those actors. You know what I'm saying? All the other actors are going to get their $2+ million in their bank after taxes, which is a lot of money. Vaughn Joji would get like $2.1 million after taxes. Ariana Grande would get about the same amount of money, 2.2, 2.3 million after taxes. You know what I'm saying? John Boyega will be getting about 3 million after taxes in his bank, 2.8, 2.9, 3 million after taxes in his bank. It just depends where he lives. If he lives in the States, he'll make like his 3.4 million after taxes. If he lives in London, because you have pounds, right, he'll make like 2.8 million, 2.9 million after taxes, John Boyega. 8.9 million, that's around that range, right? Idris Elba will make about $5 million after taxes. It depends where he lives. If he lives in London, he'll make like 5. If he lives in the States, he'll make like 6 million. Andy Serkis, Idris Elba after taxes. Digimon Su will make like 4.5 million plus after taxes. Yeah, man, they're all making a lot of money, man. Yeah, 4.5, 4.6, 4.7 million after taxes. Digimon Su's making. Tempo 9, because you also have the rates. I'm going to tell these actors, look, man, if I pay you your millions and you feel like you're getting a bit less, don't forget you have the rates. If you live in the States, you have the currency rates. If I pay you $10.9 million, I'm paying you that in Canadian money. $10.9 million in American money is like what? Is like 8.9 million, 9 million bucks around there. Digimon Su. So Digimon Su is making like 9 million, 8.9 around there in American money. You know what I'm saying? But even then, he's still making a lot of money. He's still making like 5 million, 4.4 million after taxes. It's a fat check in the bank. Yeah, man. As in Hollywood doesn't make that. In Hollywood probably makes like $1 million for his movies. $1.5 million for his movies. $2 million for his movies. I'm paying you $10.9 million. You're walking away with like a $4.5 million check on your bank. It's a nice paycheck. Andy Serkis will walk away with like a $2.3 million check in his bank, $2.4 million check in his bank, around there, right? $2.2 million check in his bank will walk away with Andy Serkis if he lives in London. If he lives in the States, he'll walk away with like 2.6, some of that 2.6 million, some of that 2.5. It just depends where these people live, because pounds are worth a lot more than dollars. So if I pay John Boyega $8.9 million, it's not the same amount of money in pounds. It's a different amount of money in pounds. But even with the rates, I'm still paying him more money than how much he made for Star Wars. As for Star Wars, he probably only made $1 million for the third. He probably made $400K for the first movie. He made like $750 for the second, and he probably made $1 million, $1.3 million for the third. For the third movie, John Boyega. $1.3 million for the third movie. You see what I'm saying? Which for my company, he made his rich $8.9 million. Got a nice like $3 million check in his bank after taxes. It's a lot of money. With $3 million in your bank, you can get a nice Ferrari for yourself. A cheaper Ferrari. You get a nice $150,000 Ferrari. You can buy a nice $2 million nice condo. John Boyega can easily put a down payment, buy a nice condo for himself. A nice house, a nice $2 million house in London he can buy for himself. Easy afford it. Only need to put a $100,000 payment on a $2 million house, yeah. And once they all finish filming Zanes, they're all going to get offers in Hollywood. And they can now bargain for more money. They're going to have a good career. Obviously, a successful career, obviously. Holy shit, when your company blows Hollywood out of the water. Yes, my company blows Hollywood out of the water, man. And Hollywood can't afford to pay all the major stars their consistent millions. My company blows Hollywood out of the water. You see what I'm saying, huh? Yeah, man. That's why after they film Zanes, they're going to beg, because they know John Boyega and all of them know Hollywood's not going to pay them as much money as Skyscraper can pay them on average. As Hollywood is cheap compared to my company. You see what I'm saying, huh? I mean, how much money will they be able to bargain for? I don't know. Like guys like Yvonne Joji and like Danielle Minette and all them can probably bargain for their $2+ million in Hollywood after they can probably bargain for their $2, $3, $4, $5 million bucks in Hollywood on average around there. But Hollywood, I told you, Hollywood can't afford to pay a lot of actors a lot of money. Chances are they'll pay one actor. My point is they're going to have successful careers. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because they're going to have successful careers, they're going to make some pretty good money in Hollywood. Obviously. Well, on average, my company pays more than Hollywood. But because they're going to be pretty successful, or it's very successful, they're now going to be able to bargain for good money in Hollywood. They're nice like $6 million, $5 million, $4 million, $8 million. I'm saying it just depends It just depends on what rank they are as an actor. If they're small A-listers, chances are they're going to be making on average like 3 million on average per movie around there, 4 million. I don't know. I'm just estimating here. Whereas they're bigger A-list actors, they'll be able to bargain for a lot of money for the dough. They're nice like 8 million plus, 7 million plus for the dough in Hollywood. But even then, they'd rather work for me and VJ. You see what I'm saying here? Because my company is better than Hollywood. It's a better company than Hollywood. Yeah, I'd rather just work for Ivan and get my freedom than be in Hollywood and be a dirty slave and be the side attention, be left behind. Yeah. But these actors, what? They'd rather work for me. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather just work for you, man. Like, fucking just work for you for the rest of my life. As long as I'm in your movie, my career feels like it's worth a lot. I'm getting paid my free millions. I'm a movie star, and I'm saying I'm featured on your ad shoots, your billboards. I'm your co-star. I'm experienced that fame with you for the world through the red carpet. My career feels like it's worth a lot. It's a good feeling. Whereas once the journey ends, they know they're gonna go back to Hollywood. Oh man, so fuck, man. Even though I'm gonna be successful in Hollywood, man, like I'm gonna be left behind in the side attention. It's a shitty feeling. Yeah, it feels as if no one gives a shit about my movies in Hollywood. Yeah, it feels like as if no one cares about my movies. Yeah, it's a shitty feeling, man. That's why these actors are gonna beg. Peter Jackson's gonna beg, and Peter Jackson knows he can bargain for a lot of money in Hollywood. And even then, he'd rather work for me. And I can pay Peter Jackson more money than Hollywood on average. As Peter Jackson probably makes like, I don't know, 25, 30 million per movie on average around there in Hollywood. And he might negotiate for a piece of the royalty sometimes for his movies because he's big, obviously. Whereas Ivan can pay me my consistent $100 million for all my movies. Yes. Easily pay Peter Jackson his $100 million for all my movies. That's why he'd rather, and free cash, that's why he'd rather work for me. I'd rather work for Ivan than make my $100 million in free cash. And be a part of his skyscraper company, experience that fame with him, than be in Hollywood and be left behind and be the side attention. And Peter Jackson does not struggle getting directing jobs. He doesn't get any bigger than him. He's big. He probably gets many offers in Hollywood. He turns a lot of them down. Easily get directing jobs, and even then, he would rather work for me because my company is better than Hollywood, and he was saved. He wants to be saved. He doesn't want to be left behind. Because once these actors and directors experience the fame with me and VJ, they're gonna what? They're gonna be like, oh my god, Ivan set this whole thing up. Being left behind is a horrific price to pay. The world's left out of this glory. Yeah, they know once they go to Hollywood, they're gonna have that same feeling that the world has. It was because they experienced the fame with me and they were saved. They're part of the experience for my movie, and they see me every day, and I'm experiencing that worldwide fame with them. They feel safe. It's a good feeling. The moment they no longer see me, and they go back to Hollywood, they know they're gonna have that horrific feeling that the world has of being left behind and abandoned by God. Hence why they're gonna what? Hence why they're gonna really, really beg their ass off me working time. I show my camera here.